Prior to taking this course, I used to think that leadership is all about changing the world. And the first thing that would come to my mind would be, okay, leaders means MLK, Mahatma Gandhi, or President Obama. And I used to think it's just about changing the world and it's something that's really bigger than us and beyond us. And that's the mindset I came with me. I'll be honest with you, when I registered for this course, I thought maybe one day I'll earn that title once I go out that, oh, I'm a leader. But as it turns out, I was completely wrong. So one of the things I took away from this course was that leadership is never about changing the world. It's not something that's bigger or beyond us. It's a very simple skill that you can easily learn and integrate in your life, and it just comes with practice. And it can, you could be a leader not only at work, but in all 4 domains. To me, the best part about this course was to realize that I don't necessarily have to make trade-offs between one domain in order to achieve harmony or peace in the other. I could easily have a clever experiment, design a fun experiment, and play with it and have benefits in one domain, and that would have indirect effect on the other domains. So that was really helpful to me. Apart from that, I think the key element and also my main takeaway was finding out what is really important to me, what matters the most to me, and focus all my time and energy on that. So to me, it was my stakeholders. To Pedro or to Cynthia, it could be something else. To person sitting next to you, it could be completely different. But you really got to find out what is it that really matters the most to you and spend all your time and energy on it. So for me, it was my stakeholders, and I remember having those dialogues with them. It was kind of scary, I would say, at first. It seemed a daunting task, and one of my stakeholders were my parents, and I know it was scary because if you ever have stakeholder dialogues with Indian parents or Asian parents, you know what I'm talking about. I almost chickened out the first time. I didn't say anything. I called them up back in India, and I was about to start my dialogue, and then I just turned the topic. I wasn't prepared. I came back, I made my notes. I was like, no, I got to do this, I got to do this. I do it after a few more years, and it worked really well. I was actually surprised because the best feedback I got was from them. And if I didn't try it, if I didn't, ever thought that my stakeholders, my parents would, take it in, because they had no idea about it. They have never heard about these kind of dialogues. They don't know what I'm talking about. But once I explained it to them, and after a few months, and after actually a few years, they got back to me and they said, okay, now we know what you meant a year ago. These dialogues and these experiments are not confined just for this classroom. I'll give you an example. You could apply it anywhere at any point in your life. It's not just when you're working or when you're about to go. I took this course when I was 19, but I still use these experiments, and it really helps me. So as an example, when I took this course, my stakeholders in college were my professors, so I used to have dialogues with them. Then I started working, and now one of my stakeholders is my manager. And I do these dialogues with him, after a few years or after a few months, whenever I have a review with him, and he really likes it. And you would be surprised that he started practicing on me. And I was really happy because that's something that I showed him, and then he got back to me with that. So it's not that you kind of get a sense that it's not confined to this classroom. Once you go out, you can still apply it at any point of your time. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you, Stu, for inviting me. And I hope you guys enjoyed this course as much as I did. And until then, keep experimenting.